This is Chris with Dive Zone Scuba for another technical diving tips, techniques, and trips video.
Hello divers, thanks for joining me today. In the last video, I discussed the recent developments in the double tank adapter. This is primarily used to set up a set of independent doubles with AL80s or HP100s. It is primarily used when it is too expensive or inconvenient or not possible to acquire a set of manifolded doubles. In this video, we're going to talk about another application for the double tank adapter. What we have here is a set of tiny doubles. Tiny doubles are normally assembled using LP50s, but in this case, this set of tiny doubles is assembled with a set of AL40s. So this set of tiny doubles is also set up for use as independent doubles, and because of the fact that these tanks have regular valves, the left-hand tank, or the left post tank, has to actually be reversed in order for the valve handle to both be on the outside. So what we're going to talk about in the next clip is how to assemble a set of tiny doubles using the double tank adapter, and then we'll talk about why you would possibly even want to do this. Setting up a set of tiny doubles with the double tank adapter, you have a couple of choices. Because the AL40 tanks are much lighter and much smaller than AL80s or high pressure 100 tanks, you have the choice of either using the top and bottom slots in the double tank adapter or only using the single center slot in the double tank adapter. The second choice you have is what type of means do you want to use to secure the tanks to the double tank adapter. You can use a conventional nylon band like this, or you could actually use two sets of hose clamps like this. If you do use a set of nylon tank bands, one of the things you have to do is either make your own tank bands, or you have to use the excess Scuba sized tank band for decompression cylinders. This is much smaller than the normal tank band, and also the curvature of the plastic buckle is different. So if you're going to do that, make sure you use the correct tank band in order to do this successfully. If I wanted to be really secure, I could have used an upper and lower tank band for each side, like you would normally do with an AL80 set of independent doubles. What we have here is a backplated wing mounted on the set of tiny doubles with the double tank adapter. And we're going to talk about why you would even consider wanting to do this. So the way this started was there was a diver who was taking a course using a manifolded set of doubles, and they were uncomfortable with the amount of weight that they were carrying, and they wanted to know, were there any other possibilities that the diver could use besides side mount in order to reduce the amount of weight that they were carrying. So if you have a set of tiny doubles with AL40s, they actually weigh about 40 pounds less than a set of AL80s. But the issue is, because you're using two AL40s, you have only about approximately 80 cubic feet of gas. And so how are you going to be able to do a technical dive with only 80 cubic feet of gas? Well, you're not going to be able to do that. So the solution is, in order to reduce the amount of weight, is to use a set of tiny doubles like this with AL40s, and then have a stage bottle, a stage cylinder, which could be another AL40, could be an AL63 or an AL80, with the same gas, the same bottom gas as in what would be in the two AL40s. So if you do that, you're able to reduce the amount of weight that you have to carry in your back, and you are still able to have a sufficient volume of gas to do a technical dive. A second reason why a diver might want to do this is because even though they might dive recreationally with a single AL80, if you have two of these, again, in this configuration, you still have approximately 80 cubic feet of gas. But what you could do is you can increase your redundancy and you can increase your safety by having 2 separate first stages and 2 separate second stages like you would with a set of manifolded doubles. The only difference in this case is they're independent. Now, a third reason why a diver might want to do this is because they want to keep their skills up for diving with either manifolded back mount doubles or independent back mount doubles, but they don't want to have or don't need that much gas. So in this case, if you just want to keep your skills up, but you still want to do an easier dive, you can use the AL40s with the double tank adapter and be able to practice the same skills and to maintain your proficiency as you would with a set of larger tanks. So there are actually at least 3 reasons why you might be interested in setting up a set of tiny doubles, and you could do that very easily with the double tank adapter because the way it's designed, it uses tank bands or hose clamps rather than stainless steel bands in order to create or assemble the system. This is Chris with Dive Zone Scuba. Thanks for watching, and please subscribe.